Hi, this is Glenn Depke from Depke Wellness, and yesterday we discussed the actual lack of equality for women, the fact that most women have been overwhelmed and overstressed and overworked for potentially the last few decades before they reach menopause, and really the understanding that this affects stress hormones and adrenal glands and really creates an imbalance in your entire hormonal system, which then leaves you suffering with things like hot flashes, sleeplessness, mood swings, weight gain, and brain fog, and so much more. But today I want to give you an expression of the two different ways that a woman can age. But I'm going to show you first what should happen, and then I'm going to show you second what typically happens. So when we look at the natural aging process, this should be a very slow and steady decline, to where you're actually still maintaining a relatively high level of health, physically, mentally, emotionally, cognitively, and everything. You should remain in some positive semblance of health overall. And then very close to the end of your life, you would have a steep and dramatic drop-off, and at the end, you would transition, you would move on, you would die, right? So that should be what life would look like. But there is something that I refer to, and I'm sorry about the intensity of this description, but this is what I refer to it as, and I call this the death of a woman. And basically, this is not an actual literal death. It's more of a figurative death, because when we're looking at this potential life, this transition through life, as we're talking about keeping a high level of vibrancy until very close to the end of life, that is unfortunately not what happens to most women. Because with what I talked about yesterday, where you're overworked, overstressed, and overwhelmed, it depletes and it creates imbalances and depletes your stress hormone system, which is your adrenals. And your adrenals are essential to be healthy so you don't have menopause symptoms. But here's what happens. For most women who don't have positive adrenal function, when you're going through life and you reach the years of menopause, when your ovaries stop that production of female hormones that they've been used to through the years, now what's going to happen is, because you don't have adrenal function to pick up the slack, this is what your lifespan would then look like. So instead of maintaining that high level of vibrancy and that positive state of health that you're looking for, now women enter their menopausal years, and there's a pretty dramatic drop-off, and then there's some level of stabilization. But look at this. Is this really the level of health that you want to live out the rest of your life? Or would you rather live out the rest of your life in this level of health? So tomorrow's video, we're going to start to get a little bit deeper into the understanding of how you live out the rest of your life on this level rather than this level, and escape what I refer to as the death of a woman. So make sure that you subscribe to this YouTube channel so you get this video tomorrow. And if this is the first one you've caught, make sure you go back to the beginning of this series. And this is the menopause series that we're actually really engulfed in right now. But once again, at the end here, I'm Glenn Depke from Depke Wellness, and thank you so much for your time.